The Last Encore Act I, The Fall of Silence. Clara Deneuve, 32, is a celebrated French pianist, her name glowing on marquees across Europe. But in Vienna, during her greatest performance, disaster strikes. A chandelier crashes on stage mid-concerto. Clara survives, but her right hand is permanently damaged. Her career is over in a single night. The newspapers twist the story, sponsors drop her. Her husband, a slick music producer, leaves her within months, saying, "You're no longer the woman I married." Humiliated and broken, Clara flees to a quiet coastal town in England after receiving a letter from an old family friend who offers her a place to heal. Act 2. To broken souls in this town, she meets Ethan Ward, 35, a former soldier who lost his hearing in an explosion in Afghanistan. Once a man of fire and command, he now lives in near isolation, running a crumbling seaside estate that once held concerts and gatherings. Clara sits at the abandoned grand piano in the hall, pressing keys with her good hand. Ethan places his palm on the wood, feeling the vibrations, and smiles faintly. He cannot hear her, she cannot fully play. But somehow, together, they begin to rediscover music. She plays fragments, he feels them. They share the silence as if it's a language only they understand. Act 3. Whispers of the past as weeks turn to months. Love stirs between them. Quiet walks on the cliffside, nights by candlelight in the broken library. Clara teaches Ethan to read lips. He teaches her to see beauty beyond perfection. But the world intrudes. Clara's estranged husband, Adrian, arrives with investors. He plans to buy the estate, demolish it, and build a luxury hotel. Adrian tempts Clara with an offer: return to the world stage through sponsorships and media campaigns, rebuild her name. If she walks away from Ethan, Ethan tells her not to fight for him. You deserve the stage, not this ruin. But Clara is torn because the truth is darker. The chandelier accident wasn't just fate. She knew Adrian was cheating that night. She had planned to leave him. In her final concert, she had wanted to break free. Fate punished her instead. Act 4. The fire in the hall, the demolition begins. Protesters gather. Ethan leads the townsfolk against Adrian's men. Tensions flare. In the chaos, fire breaks out in the estate's great hall. Flames consume the books, the curtains, the stage. Clara rushes inside, searching for Ethan. She finds him beneath a collapsing beam and pulls him out just before the roof gives way. Outside, coughing in the smoke, she sees the piano burning, her last stage, her last anchor to the life she lost. And then, in front of the townsfolk, she does something unthinkable. She sits at the half-burnt piano and begins to play. Only with her left hand, fractured, raw, but filled with soul. The hall falls silent. Ethan, unable to hear, places his hand on the instrument. For the first time in years, he feels music alive again. His eyes flood with tears. Act V, The Last Encore. The estate is destroyed, but the performance becomes legend. Adrian leaves in defeat, realizing Clara's heart will never return to him. Clara and Ethan rebuild the ruins into something new, a small music school for children. Clara teaches not perfection, but passion. Ethan works alongside her, guiding, protecting. One evening, Clara performs her last encore in the restored hall, not for fame, not for critics, but for Ethan. She plays with one hand and he, standing by her side, feels every note with his body. She looks at him and whispers, "Music isn't sound. It's love, echoing where no one can silence it." Epilogue. The school by the sea. Years later, the coastal town is alive with music. Children run through the rebuilt halls, playing violins, pianos, and cellos. Clara, now silver-haired, watches them with peace in her eyes. Ethan, older but strong, smiles as he feels the walls tremble with sound.